everybody, it's Brock and we got a brand new episode of All About. Hope y'all have all been having a really good week this week. I'm glad to be bringing y'all a brand new video, a really cool wrasse. This is all about the green Coris Wrasse, or as other people like to call them, the Pastel Wrasse. So getting right into it, prices on them, you'll normally spend about $35 to get one of these guys. Tank size, I would recommend about a 55 gallon. They need a good amount of room because they are such active swimmers. Care level, I would say they're moderate, and we'll get into why. Temper, they are a very peaceful wrasse. The only times wrasse ever do get aggressive is whenever they do become an adult and they get really large. They can be more aggressive towards your smaller fish. Reef compatibility, yes, they are a great reef fish to have. The only thing they really will go after are your inverts, which we'll talk about. Temperature, you want to keep it 72 to 78, DKH 8 to 12, pH 8.1 to 8.4, and your salinity 1.020 to 1.025. All that's normal there. Now the colors on them are really cool. You get like this light green color with a white belly, and the young ones are even more of a neon green. It's really cool to see. Now, as they do get older, their colors will start to darken and dull out. And as they become an adult, you can definitely tell because their face starts to get these really pretty pink designs on it. It's really cool to see. Max size. Now, they eventually can get up to about 8 inches, which is a pretty large wrasse. The ones I've seen that are about 3 to 4 years old are about 5 inches. So still pretty large for a wrasse. Diet, they are a carnivore, so definitely make sure you're feeding them some good shrimp, like your frozen mysis and brine shrimp. They come in little cubes. Definitely be feeding that to them. They love running around the tank and finding little pests to eat as well. And I've seen people get them stuck on pellets and flakes, so they kind of are an all-around eater. So definitely try to get them on some good stuff. Origin, they do come from Indonesia. Compatibility, just ask. It can be housed with other peaceful wrasse, like the 6-line wrasse or like your Timor wrasse. Any of those more peaceful wrasse, they do well together, especially when they're all juveniles growing up together. Make sure you definitely have a lid on the tank with any wrasse you're going to take care of. And make sure you even cover the spots where your filter hangs over or any kind of pipes that run into the tank. Because I'm telling you, these fish will find this little bitty hole that's poking out and jump out. So you definitely want to make sure you got every spot on the tank covered up so that you don't have to worry about that. You want to have a good soft substrate, something like aragonite or live sands that I see a lot of from Carib Sea. They have a lot of good soft live sands that you can get. You do not want to get something like crushed coral that's really, really thick and really hard on them, because they will not be able to burrow in the sand. These fish love to get deep down in the sand, basically covering completely up. And that's whenever they go to sleep, whenever they get frightened by something, or just cuz. So you definitely want to make sure you have some soft sand that they can dive into whenever they want. You want about 2 inches deep, but I would not let that basically roll you away from the fish if it's not a full 2 inches deep. As long as it is a soft sand bed that they can get up under, they'll do really good in there. You want lots of live rock to take care of these guys. The more live rock, the better for them. They are very active swimmers, but not out in the open like you'd think. They love to go in and out throughout the caves and back in the dark spots, and then come out in the open and then go right back in. They love to pick out the holes in the rocks looking for worms, like your bristle worms. They love eating those. They definitely always are looking for those, and just like to look for those little pests to eat that are running around in your live rock. A wrasse can be very shy when first getting accustomed to the tank, especially like the one you see in the video. It's one we just got in, so you can tell he loves staying behind that rock and then poking his head out and then going back. So a good rock structure will give them places to hide and room to swim around in that isn't wide out in the open until they get comfortable with you. Now, a big question with taking care of wrasse is always, will it go after my shrimp? While it is pretty random on the wrasse you get, we have had good luck with these. However, as they have gotten older, you can tell they get more aggressive, and that little cleaner shrimp just looks more appetizing to them, and it gets harder to wean them off of chasing those little inverts that you have in your tank. They just see those as snacks. Best way to avoid them messing with your inverts is just by keeping them full, feeding them plenty throughout the day, feeding them good stuff like your shrimp. They love that, and that'll keep them full, and it won't keep them looking at your actual live inverts running around the tank. That pretty much hits on every point we needed to today to take care of the green Coris Wrasse. If you still have some questions, or if you want to list what you have in your tank and if it'd be good for it, please leave it down in the comments, or you can reach out to me on social media. I'd love to chat with you to see if this would be the right fish for you. Please like and subscribe to this video. Check out my other videos out there. We got tons of other wrasse you can check out to watch. In case you're looking for one with some more crazier colors on them, they look really cool. But the main things to walk away today with, make sure you have a lid on there. You definitely don't want them jumping out of the tank. And also have some good soft sand bed for them to dive down under. Other than that, he's pretty easy to take care of. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hope y'all have a good rest of the week. And I will see y'all later.